Hi, Aries. This is Genevieve with Belladonna Moonbeams. How are y'all doing? I'm doing really well. I kind of feel like well is such a watered down word, but in reality, it's not. Well is good, but we're always used to saying, I'm awesome, or I'm fantastic, or I'm wonderful. I think that well is just really fine, but I don't think that we're used to accepting it because we expect it to be so much bigger. So maybe this week, one of the things we need to work on is just realizing that well or being good is great. So the I started out by pulling from the spell casting oracle cards. Remember this deck that I love, as you know? It's with us. The first card I get from you for y'all is fertility. Now, this does not mean literally that you're going to get preggers. At least I hope not. But it does mean that it's time to get into your creativity. It's time to create because that's a type of fertility. For example, a few days ago, I wrote a meditation for emotional healing. That was my creativity with me and spirit. And I do believe that because I had been mulling over what I was going to write, how this meditation was going to fall into place, and then poof, it was there. And that was my fertility. It was my communion with spirit that wrote something that I hope can heal people. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be you create a new recipe or you bake a loaf of bread. You're creating something. That's fertility. And I'm getting goosebumps right now, so I know I'm telling you the truth. The next card I get is family. So this week you need to be in touch with your tribe. That does not mean literally your family because not all of us have a family that is good there for us. Now, my family is, I've got to say, I've got a great family. But some people are not as lucky as I am to have a good family. So, what I'm saying is find your tribe, get in touch with them, hold their hands, maybe not literally, figuratively, but get a hug. Yes, I just said get a hug. My family's going, whoops, my mom said that. Because I've never been a touchy-feely person. And as I've been healing lately and working on emotional healing, I'm getting touchy-feely. It's kind of weird, but that's okay. But so get a hold of those people that are there and will support you. And if you don't feel like you have someone, you call me, 405-512-9400. I will talk to you. I want to help you through this dark period. And next, we have the empowerment card. This empowerment card is a card that's all about you have the power. You are empowering yourself by creating, by that fertility, and by that family. Now when we go to tarot, we have the Seven of Swords as our first card. This card says things are not what they seem, and there's somebody in your group, or it might be at work or somewhere, that is not what they seem. They're not trustworthy, and you know that. I think deep down, you've always known this person is not trustworthy for you, but you want them to be there. You've wanted them in your life for whatever reason, and now because they're not as trustworthy as you thought, you're really kind of getting sad about it. But it's time to let go of those people who are no longer serving us and those things that are no longer serving us. The next card we get is the Emperor. This could literally mean that there's a father figure or a male figure in your life to help you through this deal with this person who's not what they seem. So it could be someone at work that has been stealing, and this sheriff person is going to help you. I don't think it's quite that big, but I think for some of you it might be. But I think overall, what it is that masculine energy in that father figure is going to help you learn to cope with that loss. Because you don't need people that aren't trustworthy in your life. You don't need someone that's talking about you behind your back. You need someone who's going to hold you up. Because we are in a period of time that the world seems so out of control and so confusing. And if we don't have someone to help us through, our family, our tribe, then this time is overwhelming. And finally, we get the Chariot card. Now it's upside down, so let's turn it over. And the Chariot card is all about being able to do things through the strength of your mind, not through physical strength. It doesn't mean you can lift 100 pounds. It means you can lift 100 pounds with your brain, with your mind, with your strength. And because it's reversed, I'm thinking that there's a part of you that isn't quite sure of yourself. But you see, he's got this wand in his hand, and he has the 2 crescent moons on his shoulder, and he's got stars up here. So he's got this psychic power too going on. But he's able to drive the chariot without any physical strength. And so can you. So that is saying that right now, with this masculine energy, whether it's a real person or just a masculine energy that you have inside of yourself, you're going to be able to get through this person's deceit in your life. Now, I wasn't originally going to read my crystal ball this week, but as I started to do this, I realized that I needed to for y'all. There's a door you need to open and walk through. You have decisions to make this week. You have some real decisions to make this week. And whether you open the door and go through it or not, that's still a decision. If you don't make a decision, you've just made a decision. And I personally, even if I choose not to accept it or take a choice, I like to make a choice. Because by my making a choice, I've taken back the power and I'm in control. And you need to feel that right now. You need that. You don't need to feel like a victim anymore. And this person has the power to make you feel like a victim. But guess what? You don't have to do that. You do not have to be anyone's victim. You can choose to take that power. And you have that power within you to make that choice. Namaste, y'all. If you want to do a private reading, send me a text or give me a phone call to 405-512-9400. And if not, I'll see you in a day or two.